Nicky, we are back, son, and enough out of you. We've got these guys in the house. We got Rob and Maria. Bring them on, please. The moment I've been waiting for. Slow clap.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having us here today. I'm Maria. This is Rob. And I have to tell you something. He is so excited to be on the show that he's speechless, which is something that never happens.
That's true.
Yeah, I know he's definitely not speechless, okay? I know that. Rob is never speechless. So I know going to get a lot from Rob today. No problem.
So how are you guys? How have you been? It's been a little while.
We're very good. Very good. Just trading away. Just everything's rolling along.
What did you trade today?
What didn't I trade today? I'm just getting prepared for the FOMC, basically.
Okay.
And you got
Everything that was 70 and 80% up, I took off because you never know what he's going to say.
Makes
So I
sense.
took my
Makes
money
sense.
and ran.
Since we started our YouTube channel, we built a studio in the basement. I hear up there yelling in Italian back and forth. She trades with AI every day with what? Barry, you build an AI agent, and it's just for ourselves.
Basically, when I first started, it took me about 9 months to get her all pre-programmed, and I have it all preset that if I have a stock symbol and I want to know about the stock, I just input that symbol, and she will give me all the presets that I need to make a decision on that trade.
So you're trying to put me out of business is what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're getting replaced very quickly, okay? This is
only a
moving
matter of
quicker than we
time.
thought. So, but you guys use the API. So a lot of people have used the API and are doing these sort of, programmatic trading. Is that how you're doing a lot of what you're doing now? And are you taking, kind of the ideas and things that we've talked about here before and kind of programming some of that positioning?
Well, basically, I trade primarily NQs.
Okay.
And that is only because I remember a long time ago, they said, if you had only one trade to make, what trade would that be? And that stuck with me. And you guys said we would always do NQ with the ES.
That was Nick and Mike. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Gun to
And
their head.
I was doing those, but I've graduated to the NQs now. The naked puts with the NQs. That's
What the
what I
hell were you
meant.
trading this morning? I saw MU come across and Synopsis and
Same thing, naked puts.
Naked Put. All
I
naked
got out of MU because of the earnings.
Because of the
You never
earnings,
know
yeah.
what's going to happen.
On February 20th of 2020, we did not know what a put and call was. We started watching. Tom and Tony were great, don't get me wrong, but they're a lot of fun. The real business end of this stick is Nick and Mike Butler. And we watch Mike in his whiteboard, and Nick does something called, I don't even know if you still do it, Anatomy of a Trade. Mm-hmm. And I would watch those hours and hours and over, and I made notes and everything. And fast forward to today, I will be doing 35,000 0dte SPX on Tastytrade's platform this year. And it generates about 100% rate of return. I mean, it's just a nice steady. We started a YouTube channel, and since October, we've been tracking a $30,000 account and $1 million account. And both of them are up. The $1 million account's up like 500 grand since October, and the $30,000 account's up like 15 grand. Right. All just based on that. And then we do the Crazy Ivan thing based on the NQs. You guys said ES, but Maria, former banker, looked it all up and.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with the NQs.
With the NQs. So.
But we do have something called the Crazy Ivan, which is just a glorified naked put on the NQs. And basically, we only put them on. I only put it on if the market is down at least 300 points, and then. And then I would put it on only if I get another 200 points down. So it has to be a major crash. And and I asked for an exorbitant amount of money.
I didn't tell you, but they want us to come on and talk about
You've been buying the dips.
So you're selling puts into bigger down moves, popping
volatility.
This is like, I mean, volatility.
Classic trade. It's a classic trade. Market highs or
the classic trade, and we trade completely differently. I go in 45 to 60 DTE. I always go in at 12 delta. I used to do it every day because we live on the beach and I like to go swimming and surfing every day, but she got all pissed off at me for she watches the charts constantly all day long. Once I got the robot going, I'm never inside, right? It's ringing.
I don't need you. See, I used to get pissed off because I depended on him to tell me about this stock and that stock. Now I don't need him. I have my Vera, which is my AI. So all I do is ask her everything all day long.
You take a screenshot of the Tastytrade platform, you put it in there, and then she tells you what to do, or not what to do, but suggestion. And then you fight with her in Italian.
Not in Italian.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, it's great. And things are great. It couldn't be any better. We're having a blast, and it's all works, and it's all because of you guys. 100% because of you guys. And the other thing that people ask us on the channel all the time is, well, why do you trade at other brokers? I said, well, a lot of people argue about commissions and fees, and you guys are the lowest, but that's irrelevant. It's all about the slippage. You never talk enough about slippage. Fees and commissions are pennies, slippage are dollars. If you have 5 cents less slippage at Tastytrade, that's $5 on a trade. If you can find a different broker and save 10 cents, who cares?
Right.
I'll pay 10 cents to save $5 all day long. And the other thing is tech support people don't know about is if you call tech support at Tasty, you got some crazy system so that my tech support calls always go to Marty or Quentin, no matter where they are. And so then your tech support people, they know what the hell type of trade. I don't know
because they speak Rob is what it is. They speak Rob.
The type of trades that you are. And so that is actually really been very, very helpful. And the other thing is, I cannot tell you how many times you guys said all these, trade 30% of buying power. These guys are so stupid. I know math. I'm going to go 70, 80% buying power. And old Clink calls me one day and said, hey, Rob, we need $2.2 billion and you got 30 minutes or I'm going to start closing you out. Like, what happened? And call Marty. What did I do? He said, how much buying power you were using? 70. He said, did you see the show? Yes. What did they say? 30. He said, now you know why.
So have you adjusted your trading to that now?
That's what
That's it.
That's it.
I go 25%. That is it. Hard stop.
Hard stop.
Because when I do my NQs, I'm in a little deeper than he is. My DTE is usually around 16 to 18, and I only go out about 32 days.
So your deltas.
My delta,
Yeah. And so we used to fear down days. We'd be sleeping at night. Oh God, oh my God, it's going to go down. We're going to get a margin call. Now we go to bed. We're like, please, Maria, please God, help Maria, help Nick, help Tony, and please make the market go down 400 points tonight. Please, I'm begging you. We need it to go down so that we can get into the market, so that everybody else is panicking, and we're selling stuff that we used to sell for 150 for 600. We're cleaning up. It's the easiest money you ever made because you got power.
There's risk. Everything's risk.
Right. Your buying power is your risk and some.
But I think the key here.
I've seen the videos. Roll down. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
The key here is
all I can tell you is since February, like last year, I had to roll one. Right. I rolled once and I rolled it because what I do is I'm at 12 delta. So if it gets to 250 before it gets there, I roll it. That's what I do. And so this is on the Qs. I had to roll it once, and that was in October, and I rolled it to January, and I got out in November. So the other thing is I always close at 25% profit. So I'm really conservative. She's the gambler. She's the gambler.
50%. I know. I squeeze out.
You're crazy.
No.
Let's switch. She makes more money than me, so
let's switch gears for a quick second here and talk about gambling, because this really is gambling. You're my March Madness guy. Full disclosure. Well, hold on. Full disclosure.
Right? It's the same. It's all math. For me, it's not gambling. It's all math. It's one of the reasons I like Hood is because the guy said, someone interviewed him and said, well, people are really against gambling and, gambling. And he said, well, what's gambling? And they said, well, gambling is when you pick the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. We said, oh, we don't have gambling on our website. Oh, no, you don't? What do you have? Predictive markets. Well, what do you do in predictive markets? You pick Kansas City to win the Super Bowl. Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
So,
I would say
they figured out how to get around. So let's talk about, let's not call it math. Let's call it gambling. Okay.
Sure.
For those of you that don't know, my background is my grandmother and grandfather were college professors at Princeton with Einstein. My grandmother was a mathematician. She was a German professor. They translated German back and forth. They always spoke in German. My grandfather was a physicist and also a statistician and mathematician and instructor. All my aunts and uncles worked at Los Alamos on the bomb. They were nuclear physicists. On Sunday nights, all we talked about was gambling. Not gambling. All we talked about was numbers primarily. I knew that my phone number was the square root of 2 when I was 8 years old. At 10 years old, we would always play cards because it's just math, right? And so I learned the game of blackjack when I was 10. I started dealing at 12. I started counting cards at 14. My dad started taking me and my brother on cruises with him, and he would play cards, and he would look at me, and I would count the cards because I could count a 6-deck shoe, which very few people can do. It's just a learned skill. It's all just learned skill. It's just math to me. It's just math. And so then I started getting kicked out of casinos and became a lawyer and things progressed. I started the first online sports book, and then Janet Reno, as the attorney general, invited me to stop doing that. And I started an education online company and took that public, retired at 42. And that's when Maria and I started trading all the time. And then we did options with you guys. So that's my background. Okay. My grandparents gave me an abacus at age 10. My grandpa gave me abacus at age 10, slide rule at age 12, book of random numbers at age 14. I looked at him on my 14th birthday, dead in the eye. And I said, Grandpa, why do you give me an abacus at 10, a slide rule at 12, a book of random numbers at 14? Why only on those birthdays? Nothing on the others. He looked me straight in the eye. And he said, if I gave you at any other date, that would be odd. Grandpa took 5 years to land the stupidest grandpa joke of all time. This is the kind of weirdness that I come from. So please bear with me. All right. So for those of you that don't know, let's pick a day. February 9th, 2024. I came on this show. I told you in every sporting event, and by the way, I don't watch sports at all. I've been making millions of dollars gambling, never watched sport, haven't watched sport in 20 years. Super Bowl, doesn't matter. I told you at every single sporting event, there are 3 teams on the field: the home team, the visiting team, and the officiating team. Nobody looks at the officiating team. February 9th, 2024, I told you Bill Vinovich was the referee of the 157 referees that had ever refereed NFL games. He was at least a touchdown further under. I told you, take the first half under, the second half under, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. If there's overtime, take the under. And Nick will tell you, who else do we always take, Nick?
Those money line dogs.
The money line dog. Look how smart he is. Look at you.
He pays attention.
There's not a ton going on up here, but it's okay.
It wasn't mine. That is just awesome. Money line dog. That's good for you. So how did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 0. My phone goes crazy ever since 12 and 0. Thanksgiving this year on my YouTube channel, I told people money line dog and the under. Always money line dog and the under. We went 20 and 10, won another 120 grand. When you gamble, again, it is silly how smart you guys are. Bet small, bet often. Thank you. Bet small, bet often, right? Take how much you can lose, not how much money you have, how much money you can lose, divided by 100, that's your unit. If you can lose $100, your unit is $1, right? Bet small, bet often. It's exactly what you guys say. It's scary, right? It's scary. I can lose $1 million, so my bet is 10,000. I play blackjack for 10,000. I bet on sporting events for 10,000. But that's, the money is immaterial. Whatever your number is, divide it by 100 so that you don't care. That way you can go swimming and surfing and not give a crap about what's going on in the games. All right. So NCAA, what is the most popular days in Las Vegas? It's not Christmas, it's not Super Bowl, it's not World Cup. It's the first 4 days of the NCAA starting tomorrow. Impossible to get a room unless you're a high roller. Go to Caesars Palace Sportsbook. It's a blast. Okay, why is that? Because we have 48 games in 4 days. It is a gambler's dream. Dream come true. Excuse me, not a gambler's dream, a predictive markets individual's dream.
There you go.
It's a dream come true. They are going to be giving away money in the next 4 days. Let me explain how. And I know, Nick, I heard you this morning giving away all the secrets. I heard you. You don't think I listened.
It was a teaser. It was a teaser of what's to come.
But you were spot on. So at least, again, I know you're listening. I'm so proud of you. So here's the way it goes. You're always going to take the money line dog and take the under. When I say take the money line dog, that means you're going to, because they're the dog, let's say I want to, and it's always to win. I want to take the money line dog and I'm going to do it to win 10,000. On a typical game, say it's 5 or 6 is the spread, I'm only going to have to put $7,000 or $8,000 up. So at the end of all this, my buddies will say, oh, Rob, we went 40 and 18 and we really killed it on these games. How'd you do? And I'll say, well, the 48 games, I lost 30. They go, oh, you went 18 and 30. How much did you lose? Oh, I won 120 grand. Why is that? Because on the winners, I win 10 grand. And on the losers, I only lose 3, 5, 7 grand, whatever it is. So I can lose a lot of games Because at the end of the day, it's about how much money you make. It's not how many games you win. That's immaterial.
It's P&L. We say this all the time.
P&L, right? P&L. I'll tell you a story about George Steinbrenner sometime. My dad put him on the U.S. Olympic Committee. He was head of the U.S. Olympic Committee. A great story about what your focus should be. We don't have time for it. Beth gave me a hard 5 minutes. Let's keep going. We got 2 minutes to go. Let's keep moving. All right. So now, when it comes down, and I hope somebody's recording this. You can go back, listen to it in slow motion. You got until tomorrow morning to make the bets. All right. So now, we got it. All the games. Any game, football, basketball, hockey, doesn't matter. As Nick told you this morning, money line dog and the under, always. Okay, why is that? Because we're not betting sports. We're betting math. We're betting against bettors that are, I'm not going to say stupid, ill-informed. No. So what happens is everyone bets on the favorite and the over. Why? Because the favorite, they say, oh, I get to win. Yeah, I want to win. I want to prove I'm right. And they bet on the over because everybody, score, home run. They love all that, right? So it's just like in options, right? It's like all I do in the SPX is I just look at 7 million. I backtest 7 million trades every single weekend. I look at where are they selling premium. I don't want to sell there. They're selling there because there's so many sellers. They're only getting $1. I'll sell over here and get $2. It's just, man, I don't care about the charts or who's Trump or any of that stuff. All I care about is where these, I'm not going to call them idiots, ill-informed people. So, okay, we got ill-informed gamblers, right? And so we're going to go the other side. So that's why we always take the money line dog and the under. Now, here is the dirty little secret about basketball in the college ranks. Not NBA, college ranks. They have what we call boosters, and boosters donate lots of money to the college, a nonprofit institution, to help the athletic team. Boosters are rich people who like to, let's not say gamble, we'll say enter into predictive markets. And they would like to win some of their money back. So they go to the coach. I think Krzyzewski's retired, so we can say he was famous for this. Bobby Bowden was famous for this. And say, Coach, I gave you $1 million this year. It would be great in the first round if you covered the spread. And the coach would say, well, I don't look at the spreads. No, you don't look at the spreads. Of course you don't. But we are favored by 23.5. And I cannot stress to you enough how me and my other 25 boosters here, who each give you $1 million, who pay your salary, who give your kids now NIL money, it would be thrilled. We would be thrilled if you covered. Okay? So what happens is, how do you know they cover? And sometimes you'll see they'll be up by 22 points. It's a 23.5 spread, and they'll call timeout with 6 seconds to go. You go like, what are they doing? Right? They bring it in, and they leave the best guys in there, the superstars. They leave them in till the end of the game. And so they're going to cover. So as Nick said this morning, if it's a 10-point spread or more, maybe 10.5, you want to forget about what I said about taking the money line dog. You're going to bet the favorite, and you're going to give up the points because they're going to cover only in the first 2 rounds. Why? Because the coach can just leave the big boys in, and someone said, oh, you ruined the Sisters of Mary. You drove them into the ground. Blah, blah, blah. I say, hey, what do you want me to do? You know, these guys are really good. Look how good they are. They're going to be going into the NBA next year. Oh, my God. We beat them by 100,000 points. You know, the Sisters of Mary, that's okay. And the Sisters of Mary, you know what they say? We don't care. We got to be on TV. It's fantastic. And here's the other thing that helps you, the Rudy effect. The Sisters of Mary, unlike the big teams, the Sisters of Mary got a lot of guys that are in their 4th year, right? And the crowd's going, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. And Rudy, some guy way down at the end of the bench who's been on the team for 4 years, has never played a single game, and his mom and dad are there, and his grandma and grandpa are dying sick. They're in a wheelchair, and they're going to see him play his last game, and the coach says, Rudy, get in there. Well, Rudy stinks. That's why he was on the Sisters of Mary. That's why he played four years and never got in. He's terrible. And now he's playing against some guys that are going to be in the NBA next year. Of course they killed him. It's fantastic. So what was the question?
Under.
So I'm gonna let Nick before we go here. He did a wonderful job. Yeah. I'm gonna give Nick. What are we doing, Nick?
We're doing the unders.
All the unders on every game.
All the unders, the booster buddy bets, the top 3 teams minus the spread. Everything else, money line dogs to win your unit. Our unit's $100. You can bet to win your unit. total on the money line dog. Everything else to your unit. First half game unders. Bet them all. We're doing all that. Rob and Maria,
we're gonna put you on the spot. We're gonna put you on the spot. We're gonna do all these.
Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate having you on. Where do we find you guys? I know we have mariashoetrade.com.
We are
Maria
on
YouTube now.
What's it called?
Maria and Rob Trading.
It's Rob and Maria Trading. I think you got first Billy because I named it.
You have Rob and Maria on YouTube trading.
It's Rob, but it's something like that. Look, we don't get any money out of it. We don't care. If you go and look at it, great. If you don't worry about it. It's fine.
Awesome.
You know what you can do is you'd be nice if I could get 5 minutes once a week or once a month on this freaking show. That would be nice.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see how you do on these bets.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll lay it on then. We'll figure out if you
I don't think we have that salary for you, Rob, laying around. I don't know. This is a tough one.
All right, let's take a quick
shout out to Frankie. You see the picture of Frankie behind me?
He's a devil is right. That was the best caption you had up there. Good job, Maria. Good job, Rob. We'll take a quick 90-second break and come back. We got more Tasty Live after this. Peace, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob and
Bye-bye.
Maria.
Bye.